If you're a therapist or a coach and your caseload has dropped, let me start by saying something you probably haven't heard enough. You are not doing anything wrong. It's not that you are not doing enough, and you're definitely not alone. The landscape around us has really shifted quietly, quickly, and without warning. And most of us were never really told what was happening or how to respond. Right? And that confusion that you're feeling is really valid. And it's shared by thousands of providers right now. Today, I want to break down the real reason that your caseload has dropped, and the obvious and the not so obvious. And then I'll walk you through what actually works now so you can get found again without doing the most. All right, let's get into it, y'all. So, we are in a completely different market than we were even just like 2 years ago. And yes, more therapists are entering the field. Yes, more pre licensed folks are marketing themselves like anybody and everybody is trying to be a therapist, trying to be a coach. But the deeper shift is this. You are now competing with national platforms, companies with marketing budgets, ad budgets, SEO specialists, and algorithms working in their favor. The BetterHelps, the Almas, the Headways, the big EAPs, they've just kind of taken over things. They've taken over directories, Google search, and social visibility. And private practice therapists, especially my Black and Brown clinicians, like we were never meant to fight billion-dollar companies for attention. That was never the assignment. Okay, but that's the new landscape. And once you understand that, everything else finally starts to make sense. So here's what you already suspected. This is what you already knew. This is what y'all been chatting about. Okay. The directories aren't sending traffic like they used to, right? Like we know that. Check. Like I used to get a flood of calls to the point like I had a wait list for like 3 months. That's not the case anymore. Okay. That has shifted. Insurances and finances have shifted for clients as well. A lot of people don't even have insurance. Or when you look at it, it's like you are paying for insurance and still don't have it. All right. So if that was your means of paying for services, that's definitely changed. There's also more noise online and fewer pathways for clients to find us. So all of the above exist, but it's also incomplete. I think that's part of the equation that we're missing. It's like when clients start to tell you their stories and you're like, something's not adding up here. Like, how did you and what now? Uh-huh. That's the same thing in this space. Okay. So, boss friends, the deeper realities for us that I think we're all feeling as therapists, as coaches, but we rarely get to articulate. I'm going to break it down for you. I'm going to break it down into a couple of things. What we can't really speak of or say is that marketing has become a clinical competency. Not because you need to be an influencer, but because visibility really determines our survival. And that's a skill that we have to get better at, right? Our old referral pathways are gone, like schools, churches, and community centers. Like you don't have access to those things like you used to anymore. Okay. There's security, there's appointment protocols, right? That warm in person networking that used to build practices isn't acceptable anymore. Like I used to just roll up with my gift basket, and now I'm like, I need somebody to sponsor me to get in the door, and I need an appointment. It's just not the same. So that means we have to be different. We can't be the same in how we approach getting ourselves out there anymore. And quantity is beating quality. Clients don't see your credentials first. It's just a reality. I think it's important that we have credentials. I think it's important that we have this professional background and experience. But when we just talk about basic marketing, it just doesn't really fly the same. Like they see whoever shows up the most. So are you showing up? Okay. And I know that's hard because like we're exhausted, we're holding a lot, as therapists, clinicians, we're holding trauma, we're managing caseloads, we're running businesses, we're trying to show up online and do all the things. And consistent marketing without support, like that's also where we burn out too, because it is hard to do all the things. And in addition to that, and I think I've already kind of said it, that we just can't use the same strategies that was built for us in 2017 in 2025 or in 2026. And that gap between that old model and the new reality is really where caseloads are dropping. It's falling off. All right. So once you hear this, I think it'll all just make sense for you. It is really not you, it is the system of marketing, the system of visibility, the system that allows people to be found. And this is the moment where we, as therapists and coaches, can exhale, where the shame really drops and clarity gets to replace confusion. Because I know it's been tough trying to figure out like what it is, like why isn't it working for me, like I'm doing all the things. Okay, but now clarity alone, understanding like, oh, this is a systemic issue, like that is the start of figuring out something different, a new treatment plan, if you will. All right, so let's talk about what actually works as we work our way into 2026. And first, I want to say, like, we're just going to have to simplify visibility. So, one platform, girl, one message, one weekly action. Not like the daily posting, not chasing trends, just something very simple and sustainable for us. Okay. Next, I want to say build a community and don't worry about like the big following and going viral. I don't think that's for all of us, right? I think visibility without a sense of like connection and belonging doesn't really convert anyway. Okay, so don't be that person. I think a small audience is just fine. To me, like intimate, close connections is just as powerful. Even if it's just like 30 people, that's going to outperform like thousands of like passive followers any day. And you are a vibe. So be that vibe for your people. This is where places like Skool changes the game. There's no algorithm, there's no suppression. It's just people who want what you offer and actually see what you share. All right. Third thing, I think lead with authority, but through quality. Like your specialty, your lived experience, your cultural insights, and your background, those are differentiators. And the big platforms cannot replicate that. Like you don't need to do more, you need to do what resonates. So give yourself permission to do that. Like, I want to say this, and I want to say this clearly. You deserve support, and support that honors your humanity, your capacity, and your identity, not just your credentials. Okay. And inside my world, in my couch to business community, like that's the work that we do. And I love it. I love like being there for y'all. I love how y'all show up for each other. I love the energy. Like I said, we're a vibe, and that space is a vibe. Like we help therapists rebuild visibility and confidence without the performative marketing, without the burnout hustle, and without doing it alone. Whether you're a therapist or coach or consultant, if this is really resonating with you, I really invite you into the space. If you're sitting here nodding along, like, yes, it has changed. Yes, I can't do those things anymore. Yes, this is exactly what I've been navigating. Then, girl, come on over. The doors are open, honey. Come on over. I'd love to support you inside the community. Okay, you can join the free lounge to get started or step into the full collective when you're ready for more coaching, structure, the visibility plan that works in this real world that we're practicing in now. And I'll make sure to leave the links below. All right. So I don't want to keep y'all too long. And I think just more than anything, remember that your work is needed, your voice is needed, but people, they can't find y'all if you're hidden behind like outdated systems and burnt out marketing habits. It's hurting us as much as it is hurting our clients who can't find us to do this work. Okay. So this moment, I think even today, even right now, as you're hearing this message, it's a shift. It is not time to panic, y'all. Okay, this is an invitation to lean in and level up. And I'd love to walk with you through that next chapter of it. And I'll see you inside the community.